Are you skipping stones or are you going deep? Skipping stones or going deep? Now, it may not be able to tell in the picture, but there's a picture here over this shoulder of a stone skipping on the water, and it's a fun thing to do. I really like it. When I see water and I see some flat stones, I love to skip stone. Maybe it's because it takes me back to my childhood. But the reason I'm talking about that is to remind us that as we grow into adulthoods and we're out in the world, not only doing business, but doing relationships, skipping stones is about the surface. It's about just skipping across the top of the water, not definitely going deep, because if you go deep, it gets submerged and disappear into the water. So, yes, skipping stones are fun, but when it comes to relationships, I'm frankly not interested in skipping stones conversations. I'm not interested in superficial conversations. I'm not interested in the small talk that people say, I'm not good at building relationships because I'm not good at small talk. Well, the people who are good at small talk are pretty terrible at relationships because that's where they stay. They stay on the surface. They're afraid to go deep. They're afraid to open up. They're afraid to be known and to seek and be curious enough to get to know others. I'm a deep diver. I'm not a stone skipper when it comes to relationships and networking and connecting with other humans. I want to understand them. I want to know a little bit about their story. And some people have said, well, it feels like, are you really like digging in? I said, no, it's just an invitation. I asked some questions from a place of really, truly genuine curiosity. People like to say that I am fanatically or insatiably curious, especially about people. I ask some questions. And what happens is when you ask the questions, people start to tell you their story. And then when you have the opportunity, share a story of yours, not to trump or overwhelm their story or take over their story. And it doesn't even have to be the same story or the same topic. But the more you're willing to tell stories, other people will share their stories with you. But here's the key. Relationships are built based upon authentic and vulnerable stories, not stories about our lives, but stories that reveal who we are, the stories that are about who we are and what we've experienced and what we believe in and how we see the world and how I see each other and how I want to connect with you. So if you want to have deeper relationships and more authentic connections, stop skipping stones. Be willing to go deep and be curious and open and create a container for others to go deep with you. That's the relationships that matter, whether they're personal or professional. And we need more of those today more than ever.